I was invited to go down to Mexico for the Baja 1000 to help with a race team. And this is the name of the race team, Polvoorde, Christopher Polvoorde. And we ended up going down to help at mile marker about 499. So right about here is where we ended up having to go as a remote pit stop. So follow along and watch some of the things that happened on the way down and the way back. So here's the plan. Go by the race shop, pick up a spare tire and supplies for the race truck. Throw them in the back of the truck and then head to Mexico. We get to Tijuana and just the other side of the border, and then the truck starts misfiring a little bit. Nothing major, just a little bit. So we decide to proceed on, no problem. So now we're heading south down to Ensenada. We're following Darren, who's in the white Gladiator up in front of us, down to the Hotel Corona, I believe it is. And we're going to meet up with the race team there, have a meeting, and then find out who's going to be assigned to which different areas, because things keep changing daily as far as what their needs are going to be. Me, I haven't been down to Mexico since I was a little kid, and so this is all new to me. So I don't know really what to expect up ahead. Already the road's in way better shape than I expected it to be, and the coast is just gorgeous. I'm just really amazed at how just beautiful this coast really is down here. So after about a 2-hour drive from the border down to Ensenada, we start heading over to the Corona Hotel, where we're going to meet up with the race team and hopefully grab some lunch. Last minute prep for the truck for tomorrow. Now this is where things started getting interesting. The truck started running really bad shortly after we left Ensenada. I mean really bad. Like dropping 2 cylinders, maybe 3 cylinders, sputtering, and really struggling in spots. But at this point we're pretty committed. The people we were supposed to be following down to where we were spending the night tonight had left earlier than we thought, and we missed them, so right now we're traveling solo. We picked up an interpreter in Ensenada for the race team, and he knows the area, he knows people, so that's a comforting thing. But other than that, we're kind of on our own, sputtering along, trying to make it down to where we're going to be spending the night. This part of the video is the only thing I had for this section, because I shut the camera off, and then we started having some major problems. It started getting dark. The truck was barely running. We actually came through a little mountain pass. The truck died. It's pitch black out there. We did manage to get it started again, and we limped it into San Vicente in front of a gas station. And during the time we were having some difficulties, our interpreter, Jaime, was back there on the phone calling ahead, trying to get a hold of people that he knew. Turns out he had a mechanic in town there that had a shop, and so we were hoping that he might be able to help us out. So when we finally pull into San Vicente, we pull in front of a Pemex gas station there. It's well lit, and we're waiting for his mechanic to get there. There's another race team drives by. They stop to check on us, and Jeremy and Jaime were out there talking to various different people. The police come by, and I'm just trying to work on the truck, trying to figure out what's going on. Finally, what I do is I pull the distributor cap off, and lo and behold, there's all kinds of metal shavings inside there. So upon further inspections, I find that there's a rotary piece that goes through the pickup coil, and somehow or another it started rubbing against the pickup coil, and it looked like the pickup coil had come loose in there, whether it shattered or whatever. It was rubbing against the little thing that spun around there. I'm not even sure what you call it, but it was in pretty bad shape. So about the time I pull the whole distributor out and I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do, there's a guy who shows up, sticking his head in the door, and he says, "Hey, what's going on?" in broken English. And I don't know him from anybody, but he's a friend of Jaime's. So he looks at the thing and he says, "I can fix that." And my skepticism's pretty high right now because we're out in the middle of basically nowhere. I don't know anybody. I know there's no any major stores around. So he says we can tow it over to the shop. He says it's got better lighting, and he's got the tools there to work on it. So he goes to get his truck. He comes back with a pretty nice Ford truck. It's got looks like a race tire in the back, a couple gas cans, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's got an off-road vehicle of some sort, so okay. So we strap up to the truck, and he tows us a few blocks away down these dark dirt roads. And all of a sudden we come to an area that's well lit. It's got LED lights for street lights, and we come across this really nice wall, and there's a big old gate. So behind this gate, when he opens it up, I see probably 3 high-dollar chase trucks. I believe there's a race truck sitting there, all on a nice concrete slab, and a big old shop building. He rolls the door up, and I see probably like 2, looks like either spec trucks or trophy trucks in there. And all of a sudden, my stress levels went way down, realizing, yeah, we've got a nice shop here and somebody that knows what they're doing. So after we get the truck all situated here in the shop, we were figuring out what we're going to do for where we're going to sleep. I'm all ready to open the tent up in the back of the truck inside the shop, and Mono, who's the guy who's going to fix the thing, says, "Oh no, I got you an Airbnb right around the corner here." So they took us over there, dropped off, literally just a couple blocks away. Went up there, crashed for the night, and about 1 a.m. I get a text from him saying, "Your Jeep is ready." Here's what got tore up inside the distributor. This, along with the pickup coil, which was kind of exploded in there a little bit, but not so much that it couldn't be repaired with a little bit of JB weld. Well, it's Friday morning. Didn't get a chance to do much recording or take pictures yesterday because we had some problems with the distributor. It kind of decided to grenade itself out on the road, and we limped it back over here. Fortunately, we have a really good support team, and they know people, and I was able to bring it to just another race shop over here, and the guys worked on it last night, and supposed to have it running today, so we're in good shape. Well, waiting out here this morning in front of the shop. See if we can get the truck picked up. While we're waiting, just a nice view down the street. Nice little neighborhood. Okay, well, there's the truck inside the shop, and here is the race shop. And this place is huge. And they were very helpful last night for getting the truck back on the road. Well, there's the fix. Had to weld a couple of fingers on there. The pickup coil's all been JB welded in there. Mono did a good job on this thing. Mono is the guy who saved the day. I truly believe there is nothing that he can't fabricate or fix. After we left the shop, we went over to a local place and had a really nice breakfast. Then we headed over to the gas station, topped off the fuel tank, and then back on the road again to head out to mile marker 499 and set up ready for the race. So we'll continue this on part 2 of my Baja adventure.